to concerts from my music room. During lockdown, I was giving a few concerts to family and friends in order to try and give them a little cheer during this time. It was suggested to me by a friend that perhaps I should also share them with others. The first piece I'm going to play and the poem I'm going to read were inspired by a beautiful June walk last year with a friend. My husband and I are both carers and don't get out very often, and when we do, it can be really special and inspirational. It was a beautiful walk on a June morning across some local heathland and in a wood. It inspired this poem that I wrote when I got home, and shortly afterwards I wrote a children's choral piece inspired by the same walk, which I later transcribed for piano. A tranquil hour upon the heath and wood. A tranquil hour upon the heath in company of dragonflies with diaphanous wings and butterflies, to while away an hour of life in fulfilment beneath June skies of azure blue, and to wander through the cool of woods, brush the ferns of emerald green that act as a foil for the dragonfly's diaphanous wing as she flits through her dappled jade domain. Sunlight coming through the trees, a refreshment to the breeze that only morning time can bring, and all the while the gentle singing, softly upon the air of tranquillity, that descends upon the mind and soul, that brings alive an inner spirit. My next piece was inspired by a scrap of music from the other side of the world. My pupils and I were working on a little composition project when I heard that the granddaughter of one of my adult pupils was not really enjoying her piano lessons. It was in Australia. I suggested that she would like to join us in what we were doing, and she sent via email a simple but very beautiful little theme. I turned it into a piano piece and played it and sent it over to give her some inspiration. Chloe. Waltz, Melancholie. Sostenuto, Semplice. This is one of a set of 7 pieces written as duets for myself and an adult pupil to play. The pupil's part was simple for a beginner and my part a little more complicated as the teacher. I've since arranged them so that they can be enjoyed by one person alone. Sostenuto, Semplice. My final piece is called Waltz Inspiration. This little piece sat on my piano unfinished for some weeks, until one day a pupil came to a lesson. She'd somewhat lost her spark for playing, and in desperation I asked if she would like to try it. She did, and she loved it. So it became known as Waltz Inspiration. It inspired her to get back to playing with joy, and it inspired me to complete the composition. Thank you for sharing this concert.